The Department of Justice has indicted Dr. Eithan Haim. Dr. Haim is a relatively unknown surgeon who exposed Texas Children's Hospital for covertly performing transgender surgeries and treatments on minors. He faces 4 felony charges related to alleged violations of a medical records law. Last year, Haim anonymously provided evidence of these procedures to conservative journalist Christopher Rufo, revealing that Texas Children's Hospital had continued its transgender program despite publicly claiming it had ceased in compliance with Governor Greg Abbott's 2022 directive, which classified such interventions as child abuse. Marshals notified Haim of his indictment at his home and summoned him to court for violating the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA. Haim and his legal team, who are still unclear on the full details of the charges, are scheduled to appear in court on June 17. "My client is anxious to get to trial to tell his side of the story," Haim's attorney Marcella Burke told National Review. In January, Haim publicly identified himself as the whistleblower to protect against retaliation from the DOJ and the Department of Health and Human Services. When federal officials visited him last June, he learned he was a potential target in a criminal investigation for leaking medical records. Prosecutors allege he failed to redact sensitive patient information. "After realizing the extent of this corruption, I had no choice but to go public and fight back," Haim previously told National Review. "If I don't address this now, it will be a burden passed to my children, which I will not tolerate." Haim recounted the moment federal agents arrived at his door, stating, "I knew they were there to make an example out of me for challenging the political ideology." Rufo, who reviewed the records before publishing his initial article, denies any personal patient information was exposed. "I can confirm that none of the information provided identified any individuals. All documents were carefully redacted," the journalist wrote in his latest City Journal piece, where he broke the news of Haim's indictment. Assistant U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Texas, Tina Ansari, leading the criminal investigation, asserts that Haim had no right to share minors' medical records with the public. However, Ansari did not mention that the disclosed documents were not patient charts, were redacted to protect sensitive information, and complied with HIPAA, which allows for the disclosure of anonymized information and even protected information if used to expose severe medical misconduct. Haim and Ansari's office did not immediately respond to requests for comment.